Good afternoon guys, welcome back to the channel. Chris Dennis here, putting specialist and short game performance coach. So, something interesting today, I might have a new putter, so we're going to open this up now, we're going to have a look, and I'm going to show you what's the new putter that I'm going to use and see how it compares to the one and only Rossie. It's been a long time since I've had a new putter, so it is quite an exciting day. So I'd just like to say a big thanks to Chris and the guys at Titleist again for supporting the series with James Robinson, our Short Game Saturdays series. So I've opened it up. I've gone for a similar looking head to the Rossie. So you'll have seen the new Special Select, so a nice head cover. And you can see I've gone for the Flowback 5. Same hosel, so the double bend hosel, which I do like and I have used for a lot of years now. And again, 35 inch, so it's a little bit shorter than my Rossie, but the Rossie was a little bit long when I did get that. So we're going to see if that's going to affect the numbers. Pretty consistent and pretty happy with the Rossie, but we're going to see how this compares. So we are going to get on cap toe shortly. So first thing, everyone's favourite part, obviously unpeeling and unpackaging. So we'll take that off now. Controversial. Well, I've had an absolute super mare. In the box, we'll go with the rubbish, not on the new putting mat. Right, we've got there eventually. So, pretty nice, 35. I've gone for a standard grip, so I've not gone for a thick grip. Pretty comfortable with that. It does look slightly bigger than the Rossie over the ball. It is a little bit wider, but again, the hosel is the hosel that I do prefer. Nice weight to that. So let's get some numbers, let's get out on the green, let's test it, and let's see how it compares. So we've unboxed the Flowback 5, so I've got the original here. As we can see from the videos now, we can see that the hosel is very similar. It's the double bend. Again, I've just hit some putts out onto the green and it's got a very similar feel. So what we're going to do now is going to hit 2 putts with each putter, start to see how the numbers are looking, start to see if, because this is a little bit longer, so this is an inch longer, if that's affecting my stroke, if that's why the numbers might be slightly out. We'll then put on the Flowback 5, see how those numbers compare, and see which one I'm going to use this afternoon at Fulford. So that's loaded in now, so I've lined that ball up straight to the hole. So I have a couple of practice strokes with the original Rossie. Come in and give that a roll. Pretty good, 1 for 1, still works. So hold the first one there, have a couple of practice strokes, take my time to line it up. So I want to get feedback with them both, see how they're performing. Good, so good roll. Let's have a quick look at the numbers. So if we're looking at those numbers now, ones we want to look out for here is face is slightly open. So as we saw with the Flowback, it has a little bit of toe hang. So is that going to make a difference? Get that face a little bit squarer. Also, it's a little bit long. So is that encouraging my path to go slightly out to the right? Rest of the numbers are really good. So obviously here we've got a little bit of loft off. We're hitting up on it and we're only losing 5.8% of the energy. Again, down here, tempo is very good, and that's why the pace out on the putting green is very good. So let's see, with a little bit of toe hang on the Flowback putter, is that going to help me straighten up my path and also square up the face? Tendency at the moment is to miss some putts to the right, slightly leave that face open, on left to right, miss them low, and sometimes push a few straight putts. So let's switch those over now and let's have a look. So we've switched that over now, we've loaded up the Flowback 5. So like I said outside, it has a very similar feel off the face, so nice and soft, just like the original white hot face. So let's see if this little bit of toe hang helps me close that face and straighten up the path. Also, with it being an inch shorter, is that going to improve my numbers? So 3 for 3 on putts anyway. Okay, good. So we're looking at the numbers now, so we can see some differences. I'm hitting a little bit more up on this. I actually added a little bit of loft, but the main thing we was focusing on is this face and path. So we can see path's a lot more neutral, so it's only slightly into out by 0.2. Club face is still open, so that's something I can work out with technique. Even though it's got a little bit of toe hang, I can still feel a little bit more release through my motion. So I know that's a fault of mine, but we can see the length of the putter has helped out with that path. So that path's a lot more neutral. I can start that ball a lot closer to my line. As a result, I've lost a little bit less energy. Tempo remains good throughout. So something to work on here, but you can see how having the right length putter can make a massive effect on your path. We can then obviously work on my technique to get that face a little bit more square through the motion. So all in all, we can see the new putter a little bit more consistent than the Odyssey, but let's see it out on the course this afternoon, and obviously I'll give you some feedback on that. So there's the test between the new and the old. So we've compared them both there. We can see there's slight improvements with my new flow back that should see my path be a lot more neutral. Hopefully I can still work on that face closing a little bit more, but we'll give that a go this afternoon at Fulford. So today was supposed to be chipping. I do apologise, but a new putter is always worth getting out and giving a test. So you can see how getting the correct length of putter for you might be the biggest thing that you can do. So checking that with your local pro, seeing if it's too long, too short, or if it's just right, can have a massive effect. So hopefully that's helped you. Hopefully that's given you a little bit of insight to what I've gone through to think about changing. We'll see how it performs on the golf course, but the numbers are stacking up that it should be a lot better or a little bit more consistent than the Rossie, which I didn't really want to retire, but I'll keep it in the archives. So thanks for watching, guys. On Friday we will be going through the second hole here at Waterfront, talking some course management. I had a lot of comments on the last video, so we're going to talk about again what to do, what a pro might do, what an amateur might do, and what's going to save you shots by just thinking about your course management. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you Friday.